Hey girls! Today we're diving straight into the French Fried Gorl situation because things have taken a turn and the comment section is on fire. If you missed the latest updates, the big conversation right now is that FFG may have been misleading her audience about BBJ's well-being for a long time. In my last video, I touched on it and shared my thoughts, but here's the short version. Lying by omission is still lying, and when money is involved, it hits even harder. To me, there are really only two reasons someone would hide something like this. One, to keep the money flowing. Two, to keep their image clean. Or a combination of both. That's just my take. But today, instead of focusing only on my opinion, we're going to look at what you are saying. We're taking a peek into the reactions under FFG's extremely polarizing live stream from November 21st. And if you want your voice included in the conversation, leave your thoughts down below. I love hearing how you see it. Let's get into it. So to be fully transparent, there's both positive and negative comments under FFG's latest live stream. I tried to give a kind of fair amount to either side. However, I know that in this community, it's the negative comments that often tend to disappear. So I did want to make sure that those were at least documented. So the first set reads, "Yikes, this is rough. It's parasocial, but I expected better, honestly. It wouldn't have been weaponized so badly if you were honest. So when did she die? You're still kind of dancing around the info people want. The fact that the only clip she has to show is supposedly 2 years old tells me she likely didn't live past 2023. Agreed 110%. I really expected better from FFG. Regretfully, I agree." And the fact that this clip that FFG is using as proof is so old just kind of works against her. For fuck's sake, saying the community is feral as if you don't directly contribute to that dynamic, shame on you. Someone asking where's the live chat, which the fact that FFG had the live chat turned off seems cowardly to me. I wonder how you girl gang would react if Chantal did this. Another completely valid point. They hold Chantal to this standard, and I'm not even saying that that the bar is that high for Chantal, right? The bar is in hell. But come on. The way that they would react to this if this was Chantal is completely different than the way that the people who are defending FFG and all of this are acting. Where is the accountability? If you wanted to keep her life private and not be weaponized by the community, why announce you got her in the first place? You should have just adopted her, kept her life private, and then you wouldn't be in this mess, but you wanted the money. Be real. And I agree 100% with this person. Lol. Lol, I'm glad you're getting exposed. I guess enjoy all the sub money and getting your spite house. This is extremely weak, though. It's not a high bar to step over to be better than those you're critiquing when Chantal is your target, but you still found a way to trip and stumble. And yeah, kind of like I said earlier, the bar is not high if we're comparing ourselves to Chantal. This is what happens when you're so arrogant you think you're the smartest person in the room. Only the room is empty. Yeah, this seems to be a thing that is a recurring problem with the reactors that I talk about. Good thing you have your accountant's job to fall back on. Or was that a lie too? At this point, who knows? You should be ashamed of lying and manipulating people for so long. What moral right do you have to criticize anyone when you have deceived and scammed others as you did? Take your own advice and seek help. Again, kind of the hypocrisy of calling Chantal a liar and a grifter when you yourself are lying and thus sort of grifting for money. Using a cat, just like Chantal. What a great day not to have a parasocial relationship with strangers online. I come here for entertainment, not for lessons on ethics, LMAO. Fair. 2025, the year when everything hidden in the dark comes into the light. Yeah, really feels like that, doesn't it? Half-truths, disappointing. If this was a certain someone else, There would have been a 3-hour-long live stream witch hunt about them being a grifter and demands for receipts. How hypocrisy, indeed. Not the video being from 2023. Girl. How is she going to be able to continue to react to Foodie Beauty and call her out for fraud, scamming, lying? I think she needs to realize her gig is up. I completely agree with this entire grouping of comments. The how hypocrisy, absolutely. This is so hypocritical. The fact that the video was from 2023, yet again, people are not happy with that. That's not valid proof. And yeah, how is FFG ever supposed to react to Chantal in the way she has been without this haunting her? And I really hope that people hold her accountable. Damn, if this was anyone else, you would have lost your mind, FFG. You owe a lot of people money back. Yeah, she would have lost it. The point is BBJ's death was concealed and a false narrative was told. Doesn't matter if it was October 23 or a few months ago, in my opinion. Was on your side until this video. I feel so disappointed. You can make your streams and dogpile people, but now that it's about you, you don't like it. A lot of these people are, yeah, amused watching this crap, but don't be confused. We see the hypocrisy too. I'm really glad that people are not afraid to speak out against FFG because for a long time, just the idea of bringing her up was kind of scary because of how devoted and kind of cult-like her following appeared to be. But it is good to see that there are people who are not okay with this, are not okay with her lying, and are wanting her to answer for it. And her week live stream was not it. Girl, bye. Absolutely nobody forced you to say that she was living her best life and to make up stories about what you got her for Christmas. Why would you do that? I think if it weren't for the made-up stories, many people, myself included, wouldn't care this much. And that's such a big part of it. Like the continued lying, the continued making up stuff about this cat. Like this goes beyond just lying by omission. She was straight up lying to her audience. Yeah, good shout to the other comments below. How will you now react to Foodie Beauty when you yourself are a grifter, liar, and stalker? Used to really like you, FFG, but wow, you're literally just like Foodie Beauty. Looking at this whole thing has made me realize you probably had an obsession with Foodie Beauty, and I'm saying this as someone who cannot stand Foodie Beauty. All she had to do was to inform her community what had happened and what was going on, and this would not have blew up as big as it did. 100%. You talk so tough all the time, FFG. Where are you now? FFG, why should it be okay for you to lie, gaslight, grift, and deceive your subscribers and members, but if Chantal or any other channel does it, you are the first to condemn them to hell and back? Where is your integrity? P.S. Would be nice if you showed some of the empathy you're now asking for. You're not holding it against anyone? What the actual fuck? Yeah, I agree. What the actual fuck? Also, you need to find the clip where you said that BBJ's vet costs were more than covered and that people didn't need to donate anymore. Because people saying you were keeping quiet for the super chats is really pissing me off. And I don't even like you that much. So there we see somebody is asking for proof that they remember her having. And yeah, if this clip exists, we'll find it. It's a little tricky with all of the stuff to comb through, but if this video does exist, someone will find it. So are you going to refund all the super chats? Where's the receipt for the Gucci collar? Oh, the infamous Gucci collar. Did she ever receive that, FFG? This is an entertainer on YouTube. She wasn't anyone's personal friend. If you gave her money, you weren't forced to do so. This person is right. if you develop a parasocial relationship with someone online and you send them money, that's on you. However, do we hold the same energy for Chantal? Just a question. Just a question. And now our final batch of comments. I really don't blame her. I know a lot of you won't agree. I also have an extremely narcissistic sibling, so I understand. This is touching on FFG talking about having a difficult relationship with her brother. Disappointed. First Rachel and Hecticana, but I thought my FFG didn't F around like that. Now all the idiots coming for her. Ugh. And with everyone getting taken down and demonetized, guess it's time for me to dip after many, many years. Yeah, it's an interesting time in girl world, that's for sure. Interesting seeing all the unhinged pearl clutchers in the comments here. You guys are really proving FFG's point. The funniest part is in how many separate directions y'all are running to dog on her. And I don't think that people are dogpiling on FFG just to dogpile. This is somebody who has held an incredibly high standard for other people. And the fact that she has spoken so much about the fact that she speaks about foodie in such a way and yet was lying to her audience, whether actively or by omission, doesn't really matter. At least to me, it does not matter. She should have told her audience when BBJ passed. She said that she was going to share any updates with the audience, and she lied. And so all I am asking for is a little bit of actual accountability. But that seems to be something that people in this area just struggle with. And those are my thoughts for today. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about all of this. And if you liked this video, please consider subscribing. I really have been enjoying hearing from all of the people in the comment section, and I would love to hear your voice in there too. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. Bye.